use one, though, currently.
I care about 2031.
The kid's in 7th or 8th or 6th grade right now, okay? So just for context.
Okay.
But the problem with 2027 is, yes, there's 2 more years. So in theory, you've unlocked maybe 2 more picks, maybe. So that's 3 total, perhaps, okay? That you could eventually trade. Let's say we get to 2027. They haven't traded any of their first rounders, okay? And they haven't accumulated any of their own, beyond their own. They would have, let's say, 3 for argument's sake. Giannis, by the way, I don't think is leaving Milwaukee. I would be very surprised if he's leaving Milwaukee.
Snitches get stitches.
Correct. But the reason being is less to me about the whole desire to want to stay with the team, rather than he can make an insane amount of money in his next deal, okay, with Milwaukee. In a year from now, Giannis can sign a 4-year extension for nearly $300 million, okay, which tops what Shea just did as an extension.
Can I ask a question?
And no one else can give him that extension. Go ahead.
What about Jokic, since he said he's not going to do the extension this year? Isn't he in the same situation?
No, he's a next year guy too. He can do the extension can be signed whenever. It's
right,
just
but
a
I mean,
start date for
he
it.
He said today, I guess he's not going to sign it this year. So
Right.
that's going to qualify him for that much money like Giannis, right?
Correct.
Get me back on track, though.
Well,
What are we talking
He's a fourth
about?
apron guy.
No. Go, ask your question.
What are we talking about here? You're talking about 2027.
That's what the Lake.
That's the
you were,
plan
I thought
now.
you were listening
I
last week.
was, but hold on a second.
They're
Catch me
clearing
back
the
up.
books.
Right.
Oh, my God. 2027?
Right.
Oh, my God.
So
Mark Walter, please.
No, whoa. Why Mark Walter, please?
Because he's now the owner. So I was
No,
gonna,
but
I
when
would
John
normally say
Ireland
Genie
used to
Bus, please. But
when John Ireland used to scream, "Star effing driven town,"
Yeah.
that's because they had to fill seats.
Well, wait,
because that was part of their game plan. Get the stars, fill the seats, keep the cash flow going. Now they don't need to. Mark Walter can literally take the next 2 seasons to see what Rob Pelinka does, to see what all the little pieces do. They're not in a rush now for the first time.
Do you think that if they were a 500 caliber team,
right,
that instead of there being 18,000 people, that there would be 12,000 people in the building?
No.
You think that they'd still sell out?
I do.
Yeah, of course. So,
But John Ireland and a lot of people in the Lakers organization's justification for how they do business is that Dr. Buss always believed in stars. Now, what Dr. Buss
effing driven town.
What Dr. Buss also did was win championships, which Genie hasn't been as good at doing.
Okay, let's get back to their plan of 2027.
Okay, keep
Walrus
going.
jumped in. They want to clear the books.
All right.
It's why they didn't keep Dorian Finney-Smith.
DFS.
Allegedly.
As he was called.
Because he wanted 3 years, and that would put them in the 27 category to have money on the books, which they don't want, right? So their plan is Luka and Giannis in theory, okay? Let's just say. But the problem is Giannis will sign this extension next year, if I had to bet, okay, in a year from now. And so he'll be making an average of like $72.3 million.
That's insane.
Incredible.
Okay? So what
more than Shohei.
But then when he signs that he's not going to free agency. But, this notion is, well, if you have the cap space, you can absorb the contract and just trade assets to get him, okay? But what are the assets?
Well, you're saying 3 number ones.
3 number ones is not going to cut it. This is not Dallas and Luka dropping from the sky. Giannis Antetokounmpo. No, wink. Stop.
Wink.
That's ridiculous.
What is the wink?
No, stop. Don't even address it.
Wink.
3 first rounders, even at 33, is not going to get it done.
I understand what you're saying.
My opinion,
it's
for
not
Giannis.
enough. Right.
And what do you give him? Austin Reeves? Like that's what you're going to give them? Like all I'm saying is this. Like, I don't believe the Lakers will have the assets unless there's someone else that falls from the sky from here to then that is going to net you Giannis. So that's why I say it's a risky proposition, because unless there's something going on that I don't know, or somebody who is not currently on this roster that will potentially be on this roster that they can then deal for Giannis, including those assets, I don't see how this gets done that way. So this 2027 plan seems, again, a risky bet, a risky proposition, because I don't know if you can actually get this across the finish line.
Okay, but hold on.
It's not
one
a
second.
failure, Eric.
Let's take Giannis out of the equation for a minute, okay? Just
Okay.
take it out of the equation. Let's say the 2027 plan is to do what the Walrus says, which is, hey, we're going to clear the books, okay? Now, you're saying that they're going to clear the books to go after Giannis. But let's just move Giannis out. And now let's come back over here to Morales, who's sitting next to the Walrus. Chris, I actually think you make a great point, which is that under new ownership, with the wealth of this ownership group and the success that they've already had in town and will continue to have with the Dodgers, they actually are not in any major rush. The notion that you have to, as you have said millions of times, move all the chips to the center of the table because you're in the LeBron business, and being in the LeBron business means you're going after a championship right now, I actually don't think that the new ownership needs to be in the LeBron business. They don't have to push their chips, and they don't have to win a championship right now because they are beloved already in this town because of what they're doing with the Dodgers. And there is a belief in the fan base that these guys know what they're doing and they'll figure it out. So maybe we could be a little bit patient. I think you're making a good point, which is they can afford to be patient, get themselves out of the LeBron business, do what the Walrus says, clear the books, and then in 2027, whether it's Giannis, somebody else, draft picks, well, however it turns out.
My point is, to get those guys, you're going to need to give up good players. Like good. And look, just take the Luka thing. Say what you want about they didn't give up a lot of draft capital, and they got lucky on that. They still had to give up Anthony Davis, who's a really good player.
One of the top 50
The
greatest
Lakers
players.
don't have an Anthony Davis on the
75.
roster to give up for Giannis or Joker or whoever. Like, that person does not exist.
But they got
Understood.
DeAndre Ayton now.
Yeah, and Jackson Hayes.
Is it fair to say that free agency isn't really much of a thing anymore? That these
No,
guys
no,
are
it's
gonna
not.
sign
But that's why
these
you have to,
extensions?
and then you have to trade things for them.
They need to, Giannis needs to want to come here, or Joker, whoever.
Right.
They need to be disgruntled and say, "I don't want to be here anymore.
Right.
Get me out of here."
Right. And by the way, those guys will have 20 teams.
Of course.
That's
wanting
what
to
Anthony
them.
Davis did.
Right. Right. But Anthony Davis, the reason the Lakers got the reason the Lakers got Luka is because Anthony Davis, say what you want, oh, he misses games, oh, street clothes. Mother bleeper is still really good.
Yeah.
Okay? Austin Reeves is not, and I'm not trying to knock Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
Knock him, baby.
Come on,
Knock him.
knock
But
him. You're
Austin
knocking
Reeves-
him. You're
Aggregate
knocking.
this.
Aggregate them.
Austin Reeves, don't you dare.
He's knocking him.
I will go back there.
Let's cut
And
the
do what?
promo
I
right
will
now.
partner-
Don't do
Aggregate
it.
this man.
Go over there.
Somebody aggregate him.
Austin Reeves would be the first person to say that, George.
Right. Austin Reeves not netting you Giannis. Like, even with draft capital, it's not happening. There's going to be better. Milwaukee's going to do right by Giannis, I believe. Okay? As Giannis is the example. But they're not going to do it if there's a better deal out there for more assets or a better player or both from teams that he's going to have on his list anyway.
Can we bottom line this? There's
Bottom line it.
There's no guarantee.
That they're getting anybody.
Exactly.
So it's a huge risk, I think, because you got to sell Luka on it first. Okay? So if Luka signs a short-term deal, which is what I guess he will do.
3-year deal.
Right, where he can then opt out, and then he'll have, this is super in the weeds, but anyway, after 10 years of service,
We're in the weeds now.
I understand. I like being in the weeds.
after 10 years of service.
I know it firsthand
A
these
lot of
days.
snakes down here in the weeds.
Gotta get to 10 years, make that money.
You can get the max, the 35% max, which is what he would have gotten in Dallas had he not been traded. So that's why he's going to sign a short-term deal. But let's say you strike out, and then he can opt out in free agency. Like, that's the worst case
Well, then
scenario.
you're going to have to regroup like you did for the previous years before LeBron ever showed up.
But that's why I say it's super risky. The whole thing is super risky.
Well, I'm trying to remember how we actually got
If
started
Pelinka
here.
pulls it off, erect a statue for his ass.
I don't think that's going to
I'll
happen.
blink the
Wilt
W.
Chamberlain.
I don't think that's happening. I don't have the confidence in that.
Put,
Do you?
put that Rob Pelinka statue right next to the Alan Slewa statue.
Oh, yeah? You don't want to put it right underneath Shaq where Shaq's dunking on him?
That was 30 minutes commercial free.
That
That
pretty
was
good.
30 minutes.
Pretty
Real
good.
quick, before we get to, we got to read. Oh, we got a different read here. But first, let me tell you about our friends at Emmy Squared Pizza downstairs. Now at LA Live, they brought up the pie
was
today,
good.
so that Walrus could eat pie with Cappy, which you held bid on when you won that auction. for
Delicious
the
pizza.
Lit
Very good.
experience. So now, when you come to games at LA Live, they got a pizza place, Emmy Squared Pizza downstairs. It's beautiful. I guess you would call it what, Detroit style, George?
Yes,
Beautiful,
Detroit style,
homeboy.
yeah.
Detroit style.
Look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
That was nice.
All right, thank you to Emmy Square Pizza for setting up the pie and a beautiful Caesar salad for me.
I didn't have the Caesar salad.
Oh, it's delicious.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Very,
was
very
it
good.
fishy? With
It was a
anchovies?
little fishy, but I love it a little
The
fishy.
pepperoni was a little
Croutons?
spicy, was nice.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. I like those little pepperonis.
Oh, yeah. All right, Cappy, tell us about our friends who you didn't show up for lunch today at Seller's Advantage.
Hey, Damon, listen, man, I may have missed the lunch today, and of course I blame it all on Chris, but that all being said, let me just say one thing to you. what you guys do at Seller's Advantage is incredible. We had a whole conversation about it today. You know, when you want to sell your home, you'd like to do it as fast as possible. And by the way, right now, there is so much supply in the market, and there is so much less demand. That is why houses are sitting on the market forever right now. See, at Seller's Advantage, they're going to walk through the house, and they're actually going to come to your house. As Damon says, they're going to put eyes on it. They're going to look through it, and then they're going to make you an offer, a cash offer. And then you have to make the decision. Am I ready to sell at this price? If so, we can do this real quick. And by the way, I know a lot of times people have their money wrapped up in their house, so maybe they don't have cash to hire a mover or to deal with moving-related costs. At Seller's Advantage, we will offer you up to $20,000 so we can make this thing happen real fast. Listen, if you're ready to downsize, if you're ready to move out of the state, if you're ready to sell a home that you inherited, whatever the case may be, let's get you your free, no-obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, as in that's the way we're going to buy the house as is. 888-390-2747. You don't do repairs. You don't deal with agents. You don't worry about the deal falling through. You deal with Damon and Seller's Advantage by going to sellersadvantage.com.
It's the event of the summer. All-Star Friday night.
Friday, July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex.
With producer Jorge's home run, it is a final!
The summer event we all wait for. The 7-10 softball game. The listener game. And fun and frivolity.
Press the flesh with us. The West Covina Sportsplex. All-Star Friday night made possible by Children's Dental Fun Zone. At Children's Dental Fun Zone, we treat your kids as our own. Children's Dental Fun Zone.
Beat the heat this summer with NextGen, the official AC plumbing and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. If your AC breaks down, don't hesitate. Call NextGen now and enjoy expert installation on any new system. For a limited time, combat SoCal's air quality and reduce dust in your home with a free no-ozone air purifier included with any new AC system install. Call 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to book online. CSLB number 1011173, lifetime warranty on selected items.
Have you checked out the new Park West Bicycle Casino? Only 9 miles from downtown LA, right off the 710? The bike has been reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and 200 table games. On July 15th, buy in for $100 and get $100 in Lucky Chips plus $50 in free play chips. ESPN listeners get $30 in match play when they walk in and say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Real cards, real prizes, real close.
Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. GER-001291, 001289, 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
Hey, it's John Ireland. If you've been searching for an energy drink that actually works without the crash or junk, look no further than Pro Baller Energy. Made with clean ingredients and natural caffeine, it gives you a smooth, focused boost, whether you're at work, on the golf course, or just need a pick-me-up. It's energy you can feel good about, and the limited edition Lakers can makes it even better. Find Pro Baller at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores today. Try it and see why champions choose clean energy.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Oh, yeah. You know who that is. What's goody? What's goody?
What's
Mario
upper?
Ruiz.
What's upper?
Yeah.
What's upper?
Yeah, what's goody, what's goody?
Yeah.
This is my walk-up song right here. This is my walk-up song.
Hey, you ready to shock the world on Friday?
Yeah, Cali Vibe. This is the new single. Just came out for the summertime.
Check it out on the Instagram. I am Mario Ruiz.
So I'm going to walk up to this one at the game on Friday night. I'm pumped, man. It's the biggest
All-Star Friday
It's the biggest night, I think,
But here's
of
the
the
thing.
year.
You're the only thing Cappy's got.
No, I disagree.
You're the only thing Cappy's got.
I disagree.
No, Travis can ball, man.
So what's our lineup? What's our starting lineup? What's the batting lineup?
So I'm taking Dave Roberts' concept, which is put your best hitter up first.
Okay.
So you're going to bat first, Mario.
Got it.
Okay. Then I move Travis into number 2 for this reason. I'm trying to motivate him because I feel like Travis is very nonchalant about this whole game. And I want him to take pride in his performance. So I figure
He's not going to. Okay.
No, but I think that Travis could get some early confidence going.
Mhm.
And so I want to get you more at bats. I want to get Travis some more at bats. I'm going to hit third because I'm probably the only lefty in the entire game. And
Okay.
I plan on going out again to right center
Yep.
field. Then I've got Trudell hitting fourth.
I like that. See, I was wondering about Trudell. I was like, where is he?
Well, it's a last-minute play.
He's always complaining about his back, though.
Yeah.
I know that.
Right.
I've seen him stretching out.
Yeah.
So that's a real thing. So
Now, is he going to stand like on a phone book, or is he just going to hit level?
I was thinking about bringing a milk crate for him to stand on. But he's also, I've got Trudell playing left field
Okay.
because you really got to have an outfield of guys and girls who can make at least routine plays.
Yeah.
You don't have to make spectacular
there's
plays.
a lot of action out there in
Right.
left field.
Left field and center field, I think, are two very important positions. So I've got, what do you,
I don't know if he can handle that with his back. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you
like,
know
I
what?
know he's an athlete for sure.
Yeah.
But can he handle all the action?
Let me tell you something right now.
Oh, he handles all that action.
Dr. Clapper is going to shoot him up before this whole
That's
game
a good-
starts.
yep.
Okay.
How are you?
So we got.
I don't know. He's more of a holistic guy. You better be careful.
All right. Well, we got Trudell in left. We got Bergman in center. I've got Lindsey in right center. And then I'm going to take Marcus Grant and I'm going to put him out in right field.
Now, Sedano, are you playing?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Now, how's your back doing?
Not great,
Okay.
but better than Trudell's, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the infield, I've got Travis at first.
I like that. Yep.
I
Solid.
think I'm trying to remember who I put at second base. I may have made
Ramona.
a move. No, Ramona's going to pitch.
What about that brother Kasim?
You can't waste Ramona on pitching.
You can't put Kasim at
That
second
brother
base.
Kasim is on the bench.
Oh,
Okay,
oh, yeah.
that brother Kasim will be lucky to get an at bat.
Don't say that.
Well, listen,
Good
he
call.
has he
Good
has
call.
improved.
He's working out with Clint
Make a
Yates today,
catch.
apparently.
Oh, is that right?
Wow.
Okay. Well, if he comes in prepared, I'll play him for sure.
But Clinton's not playing, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, he
Make
talks
Kasim
all
be
that
the
smack
catcher,
every
Cappy.
year, and he's
Okay.
not playing in this one.
He's
All
going
right.
to the All-Star game.
Okay.
I have you, Mario, at short. I've got myself at third.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think that as I look at the left side, I've
hot
got
corner.
short
Solid.
and third, and then Bergie in center and Trudell in left. I
It's
feel
not a
like
bad defensive unit.
Defensively, I like it.
Yeah.
I like
the
that.
offense is the challenge.
offense
I feel.
were a
Right.
little,
I think
outpowered.
I think 1 through 5 were good.
Mhm.
We're gonna find out what happens like 6 through 9, 6 through 10.
Yeah.
But I was just told
And then there's
today,
always ringers that you guys throw in.
Well, I was
Yeah.
told today that a couple of our partners are actually playing in the game.
Yes.
And these guys last year
They light it up.
hit monster home runs like out of Dodger
I think
Stadium.
we had like a minor league player on our team
Yeah,
last year.
right.
He was in homers.
Right. So I just think this. Mason has done a great job. I give him all the credit in the world of brainwashing everybody here that they're awesome and we suck.
No, he did a good job. He did a good job at drafting his team.
And I'll tell you right now, when we win the game,
yeah.
and we're going to win the game,
Okay.
Mason's going to have to eat those words.
Yeah, definitely. That's all he has. No choice.
Oh, my.
And I know he's not going to make a contribution. That I know for
Hey,
sure.
I'm looking forward to it. Like I was saying, this is the biggest event, I think, at the station all year long. This is the one I look forward to because, like, the Mandy's is fun. Mandy's is great. It's turned into a big, huge thing, but it's something that we just created to give ourselves awards, right? But at the softball game, right? I mean, at the softball game, we're actually, like, performing. We're out there giving it our blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
blood, like,
performing-
for real. I got scars from, like,
Cappy had some
prior
scars
games.
a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
I mean, we're performing like we're the Banana Ramas or whatever. What's the name of that?
But
Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, those guys. Right.
Those guys are
Banana
clocking
Ramas
in
and
money.
an 80s girls band. Yeah.
80s those guys are clocking in money.
Right, Funch? The Banana Ramas. Right?
It's a
Savannah
cruel summer.
Bananas?
They're
Cruel
selling
summer.
out stadiums.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah,
I know,
sold
right.
out Fenway Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Couple nights over here at Anaheim,
Yeah.
whatever, Anaheim Stadium.
I don't know how
Going
they
for like
do it.
$200 if you bought them
Right.
secondary market.
And
I
the
know.
merch is dope too. The
Yeah,
merch
yeah.
is really good, and all the kids want it. So they're killing it. Genius.
Speaking of merch,
Yeah.
I know that Mario has come in today.
With the Hello Kitties.
Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? Hello Kitty night. Tomorrow night at BMO Stadium.
There you go.
First 10,000 people in attendance. Get that. And I had to bring some for you guys, and
Yeah.
mainly for Funch.
Yeah.
Because I know he's a cat lover, so I got one for
I'm
Funch
here.
over there.
Yeah.
He's here.
Thank you, Mario.
Yes, sir.
Funchy,
yes,
did
sir.
you take a picture with the kitty?
I did.
Oh,
I'm stroking it
beautiful.
now.
You're doing what? You're doing what right now?
I'm stroking it now.
You stroking that kitty?
Yeah, stroking that
And
kitty.
you don't need
hell
a litter
yeah.
box for this one.
Hey, by the way, Mario,
Yeah.
speaking of this whole lineup in the game on Friday,
Right.
Parker Bell has told me that he is an available free agent to our team.
Yeah.
And says he's a speed demon.
I was already recruiting him in the bullpen.
Okay, so what do you
earlier.
think if we got Parker on our
So
team?
now you're going to put Parker on the team. So you
Trudell
backdoored
and Parker.
You backdoored me and took
I like
Trudell
it.
from the broadcast booth.
No, you can have Trudell. I'll take Parker.
No. You've got Trudell now because it's just Michael and I doing the
Okay.
broadcast.
It's going to be a great broadcast.
Now you want Parker.
Now, what would we do with Parker?
The
though?
hashtag Let Parker Smash now becomes Let Parker Play.
Yeah. What would we do? Where would we put him, Mario?
Kasim and him can split innings. How about that?
No, man.
Platoon.
Why are you anti-Kasim?
No, I'm pro Kasim, but I just don't know where to
Kasim
play
has
him.
never played baseball in his life. I feel like Parker probably has.
Lindsay, you have told me that you played high school softball, right?
I did.
So when I put you in the outfield, I feel like I'm putting out a very competent player. Is that accurate?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
He's going to be the guardian, and right?
Now,
center right.
That's right. Very good.
Are you like one of those managers? Are you gonna are you gonna make decisions like in game? Like, are you gonna like move people around, switch pitcher?
Yeah.
And then all that?
I feel
Or are
like
you
Cap
writing
has
Ramona?
too many roles. He has too many roles on this team.
And it's not on my
He drafted the
calendar right
team.
now, you know?
He's the GM. He's the
coach.
manager.
He's the third
He's the
baseman.
third baseman. This is too many roles
I
for
wish
Cap.
that Clinton Yates would come and manage our team for us. You
Yeah,
know?
that'd be great.
Or maybe. How about this? How about Kasim as the manager? How about Kasim makes all the decisions?
That's an
He's trying to
important
make
role.
sure Kasim doesn't play, man.
That's his role.
He doesn't know how to play baseball, but you're gonna ask him to manage. Yeah,
That's got against the brother.
They don't make him
Kasim,
feel
man.
I got
important.
nothing against that brother.
Yeah.
That brother could ball. Mario, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Bring your A game.
I will.
Because I have you leading off the game with a home run.
I got so much family and friends
like
that are looking forward to
Ricky
this that are
Henderson
coming.
style. Like, remember Ricky Henderson back in the day? He
Oh,
used to
yeah.
lead off home runs all the time.
Oh, I used to
Mario
love those
Otani.
neon gloves that he had, the Mizuno ones.
Yeah.
Oh, he used to steal bases with those. I love those. Yeah.
If you steal second base, you need to do what Ricky Henderson would do: pick up the base right there and hand it, show it to everybody. I'm the greatest of all time.
You know what? It's gonna be like 100 degrees though on Friday
Oh,
night.
it's gonna be hot.
And at that time that we play, the sun is always scorching hot at that time. So any pop-ups, any outfielders out there, or any pops up in the infield, watch out. It could be trouble.
Yeah.
Cooling towels.
So note
Wear
for
'em.
you, Cap, and everybody, all the hitters on our team, run everything out. If there's a pop-up, run. Make sure you run.
The sun will definitely be in your eyes at that time.
Yes.
Did we have any kind of a pool going at all about who's the most likely to get hurt in this game?
Oh, it's always Mace.
Mace.
I hope it's
Mace.
Mace.
He
But-
I
will
hope
get
it's
hurt.
Mace.
It's always Mace.
But take Mace off the table. Who's second most likely to get hurt?
Ooh.
Because George has a bad back. Trudell has a bad back. Brian Kamenetsky is bound to pull a hamstring. I'm just,
Why is Brian Kamenetsky bound to pull a hamstring?
because was it last year or the year before he got hurt in the game?
Well, while you ponder that, ponder this. Tomorrow night, Hello Kitty night at BMO Stadium.
BMO.
LAFC
That's right.
versus the Colorado Rapids. The first 10,000 fans who go to the stadium get this beautiful LAFC themed Hello Kitty plush. How about that? Plus, they're going to have a meet and greet with the Hello Kitty mascot throughout BMO Stadium. There's an airbrush face painting station tomorrow at the game. How about that?
Nice.
And Hello Kitty trivia on the BMO Stadium video board.
The meet and greet with Hello Kitty is pretty cool too.
That
That
is
is
cool.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
By the way, you know what was cool? I was
Yeah.
telling you this before you came
Yeah.
on. They in this FIFA Club World Cup, they held their own as the MLS team that I thought played the best match against one of the elite level clubs in Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
Like 2-0, you lost, whatever. But to your point, go ahead. You could just say
Everybody came out of that game
Right.
feeling really proud.
Yeah.
They played a great game in that game. And really, there was 6 halves that LAFC played in that entire tournament. 5 of those 6 halves was really good by LAFC. They played really well. They all came back holding their heads up high. It was a great experience just to be in there with all those clubs and to match up with them and to show that they can hang with those clubs. And it's just motivation to get back to the next one in the next 4 years, which they got to get into that. I think this is a tournament that all the clubs around the world are going to want to be in this one.
Right. The first one was a little weird. I think they got to do a better job picking venues, I think, in some cases. But I think overall it was more of a success than I thought it was going to be.
Hey, I have one soccer question for you. So the other day when the U.S. was playing Mexico in the CONCACAF, was it Gold Cup?
Yeah,
right?
the Gold Cup, yep.
So I can't figure out what is and what is not offsides. Like I always thought I knew what it was and what it isn't. So, the kid from Mexico who heads the ball in, like the American goalkeeper didn't move. And so rather than like say, oh, he scored on me, what did the American goalkeeper do? Offsides. He was offside. What, was it even a controversial call? Was it a question mark? What did you think?
It was very close, but it wasn't offside. So, yeah, I mean, that's just something that players do when it's very close. They want to go to VAR or get the referee to check it or something. But no, it wasn't offsides, but it was very close. But it's the last defender standing. If you're the offense, you got to stand a little bit behind him. You can't be leaning ahead of him. It's very simple.
I think it was offsides. But offsides on Mexico.
But LAFC tomorrow got to get back to climbing up the Western Conference standings because right now they're in 7th place in the Western Conference standings. That's because LAFC has postponed so many games because of all these side tournaments that they're in.
Yeah.
The FIFA Club World Cup, you got to get in that. If you have a chance to get into that, you got to play those games. You got to get into that. So now they got like 3-4 games in hand behind other Western Conference teams. So now it's time to start playing those games.
Ramp it up.
And start catching up on the points and start heading towards the top of the table, heading into the playoffs.
And Hello Kitty night.
Tomorrow night.
Hello Kitty. Yeah.
I like
LAFC in the Colorado Rapids tomorrow night.
And one more thing about LAFC, Giorgio Chiellini just bought part owner of LAFC now, so that's huge.
Yeah.
Giorgio Chiellini, big, legendary footballer from around the world, one of the most loved soccer players, in recent times. He's part owner of LAFC. That is just amazing to have such a football genius like that to be part of the ownership at LAFC. That's amazing going forward.
You got to get Cappy to get a cut of the LAFC.
Just this tiny
Cappy,
little
what do you know about Giorgio Chiellini?
He's got a nice cologne, that guy, right? Doesn't he? That's a really nice cologne that guy, Giorgio Chiellini.
Right? Mario, thank you for hanging out, bro. Appreciate you as always.
Appreciate you guys.
There he is. Great Mario Ruiz.
Cappy, let's talk about our friends at East Central Hotel, where tonight unprecedented things are happening. You're staying there in the Cappy penthouse. I'm staying there, and so is George Sedano.
George, I'm going to be curious to hear your
I want to see
opinion.
you sit on the giant hand in the room.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it can accommodate him, no problem. But, you travel all over the country. You get to go to a lot of very fancy hotels around the country as part of ESPN's coverage of the NBA.
Giorgio Chiellini.
I can't wait to hear your review tomorrow of the East Central Hotel. Okay. Biggest hotel rooms in downtown L.A.
The towels are the softest. You got the large bath towels.
Right.
You got the washcloths, and then you got the middle towels. I use them for my privates.
Which, by the way, need to be cleaned up. I mean, come on, do us all a beautiful thing, will you? I mean, clean that mess up, will you? Anyway.
What you know about that?
Well, you told me that it's a big mess.
I told you that in private.
No, you didn't. You said it on the air.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I actually did not.
Were we in the studio?
We were in the studio
Was the
talking
microphone
as
on?
men before.
I don't think so. I think it was on the air. In fact, I even said to you, I got you that beautiful Manscaped package.
Look at Sedano with his feet up.
I want to hear your review tomorrow of the East Central. The Nixo Lounge tonight, perhaps for a late night cocktail.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, a beautiful, delicious breakfast
Are
at
you
the
going to
Nixo
come walking
Lounge.
with us in the morning?
What time?
5:30 a.m.
No chance.
Not 5.
No, 5 tomorrow.
No, not 5.
I got to be in the office at 8.
Yeah,
so
but
5.
so what? 5:30 to 6:45.
We got to stay on
7
Pines
o'clock.
8 a.m.
No chance.
What do you
5
mean, no
o'clock.
chance?
No chance I'm walking that early.
5:30?
No.
6 a.m.
No.
No, you can't.
6:15?
No.
6:17?
No.
Jeez.
And if any,
I'm waking up at 6:59.
Yeah.
Because at 7 I have to be on a Zoom call for NBA Today tomorrow. That's it.
here's the thing. Hopefully tonight we'll imagine if the rooms are right next to each other. Just we have a whole row of rooms. by
Wait till you hear. Wait till you hear Morales snore in the middle of the night.
I don't snore anymore.
Also, wait
I
till
don't
you hear
snore
he
anymore.
lost all the weight. Wait till
Yeah.
you hear his alarm go off.
He used to give me a hard time about this. Now I wake up before the alarm.
Okay.
So as usual, you're a lying scumbag.
Right.
But East Central Hotel is our downtown home away from home. That's where Cappy and I have fun and frivolity. We go for our early morning walks. Then we go back, have coffee, and go over Cappy's calendar.
That's right. We're going to do that tomorrow as well. EastCentralHotel.com if you want to book. EastCentralHotel.com. East Central Hotel in downtown LA, entertainment's official address.
Bam!
Hey guys, you feel it? The days are getting longer, the sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is here. And here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams, one thing really ties it all together: enjoying an icy cold Coors Light with great friends Pick up icy cold Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CHooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers with icy cold Coors Light.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Hey, it's Mace. Workplace stress is now a leading cause of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce feeling it more than ever. You can't escape work, but you can take small steps to take care of yourself. A walk, some sun, a favorite song. Therapy is one of those steps. Ongoing support to build resilience for whatever the day throws at you. Balance is tough. Getting help shouldn't be. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Purple Wave Auction remains the trusted leader in online equipment auctions. What makes the difference is you. You are part of our growing global community that continues to trust Purple Wave with the equipment that builds and feeds America. This trust placed in us by our community, from construction to ag producers and fleet drivers, brings great equipment opportunities to their next owners. Join the Purple Wave community today. purplewave.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone, now through July 28th. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
5:55. What?
My God, man.
Didn't see the red.
No, it wasn't on. The Live Imaging Tuesday, and we are approaching the finish line. That's our final segment music. Have a great night, everyone. Walrus and Encino, thanks for being here. Time for the Seller's Advantage. Real deal. Dealer's choice with Cappy, even though he don't show for once. Ooh, that was
so
nice.
close. Nicely done.
That was tight like a duck's booty.
Hear that, Funch? Like a duck's booty.
Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. And our friend Damon over there, they'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com, DRE 0196-1658.
Real deal. Dealer's choice. I got to ask the Walrus. Walrus, we got about 45 seconds. How would you describe your full day here at ESPN LA, from Clinton Yates through the entire schedule and hanging out with Chris and pizza pie? Let me hear, Walrus. Did it live up to expectations? What do you think?
An extraordinary day. You all have, just such a great time all day on the radio. So entertaining, and the thing for me, which is so great about this station, is the camaraderie.
Well, thank you.
Like that really comes through the speakers, if you will, So I'm just so thrilled. I appreciate you having me. It was really a fantastic day. I'll never forget it.
Well, for us, we appreciate you
Walrus.
making a beautiful donation to Children's Hospital and coming out here and hanging out with us all today. And by the way, not only hanging out, but I would say, George,
active participant.
Making a contribution to
By
the
the way,
podcast.
Yes.
As our YouTube said and Twitter, a great content provider that Walrus was today.
Yeah.
Really good. Really strong.
And this should be a lesson to everybody listening. If you want to be a caller to this station, come up with a funny name, have a good contribution, That's what this kid did.
So did you basically just like twist around what Jim Rome used to say? Have a take, don't suck.
Not really. No take.
I mean, it's kind
I
of.
almost got to the don't suck part.
Yeah.
But have a funny name
Yeah.
and make a contribution. And then don't suck.
Time to go.